Here are the top 3 best horror stories people told me I just simply could not miss out on today. Enjoy. Exploring caves isn't for girls. I came downstairs to see my dad heading out with my 3 brothers. Where are you going? Oh, hey sweetheart. I'm just taking your brothers to the game. Why didn't anyone tell me? This is a boy thing, sis, said Charlie. You wouldn't enjoy it anyways. I stared at them as they left, dressed in their jerseys. I loved baseball. I could throw a curveball better than any of them, but it didn't matter. I was just a girl, so I always got left out of everything. And even when I did go along, they spent the whole time being condescending. Now, how are you gonna be condescending if she's able to throw a better curveball than you, huh? That don't make any sense. Sure you can handle that, sis? It's complicated. You wouldn't understand. Why don't we let your brothers have that? It's more suited for them anyway. And whenever I actually manage to accomplish something, not bad for a girl. Once again, I will say, if she's throwing a better curveball than you, if she's better than you at a specific sport, then honestly, she just needs to start laying down the pipe and embarrassing all of y'all in all y'all's games. Baseball, soccer, football, basketball. She just needs to start dicking down everybody, and then just like, how are you gonna talk shit after that? I'd had it. I was going to prove myself to be so good they couldn't ignore me. Ha! See, now she's taking my advice. My chance came the next week. I found an ad for a cave exploration tour happening the following weekend. I showed it to my family. This looks fun, my father said. What will you be doing while we're there? What a dick. How? This was definitely the type of father that got pissed off when he found out he was having a daughter. I'll be there too. I saw them holding back laughter. Are you sure? Asked my father. I know it sounds fun, but it could be dangerous. Maybe you should let us make sure it's safe. Y'all, I'm not one to really promote physical violence, but I think at a time like that, it would be okay to slap the shit out of yo daddy. I grit my teeth. Like it or not, I'm going. I walked away to prepare. 3 days later, I stood in line for the cave tour. I wore equipment I'd bought secondhand, a helmet with headlamp, coveralls, waterproof boots and gloves, and a backpack with water ropes and harness. Oh yeah, she really got the whole shebang bang. She's ready to go. She ain't messing around. Also, side point, look, I'll do just about anything. Shark diving. I've been skydiving multiple times. I'd go bungee jumping. I do just about anything. Cave exploration. Like when you get stuck in holes or something like that. Yeah, see, I'm not so sure about that. That gets me feeling a little queasy. Like when I see people squeezing into little holes where you can't really tell how you're gonna get out, whether it be underwater or above water, nah, count me out. And I'm not even really a claustrophobic person. That just looks freaking terrible. My father and brother barely hid their snickers. You sure you didn't forget the parachute and scuba gear? Asked Nick, laughing openly. Now boys, said my father, your sister's just excited. Everyone's got to learn sometime. Like I said, slap the shit out of your father. Oh my. Ignoring them, I focused on our tour guide. He gave our final instructions and we were off. Let's go, girl. I'm honestly rooting for you. I really am. At first, things went smoothly. I paid attention to the guide, impressing him with my knowledge of cave minutiae. She was really studying to prepare herself beforehand. Oh man, I'm really rooting for her. I'll feel so bad if it falls apart. Oh, I'll feel so bad. Come on, girl, you got this. My father and brothers smirked at me. Cough, teacher's pet, cough, I heard, glancing back to see Nick looking away non-subtly. Okay, so I don't think they clarified the exact age of these kids, but doing a little cough, teacher's pet, cough type action, I'm assuming 12, 11, 10, 9? I mean, hella young, right? Come on now. I know boys mature a little slower than women do, but that's some straight 3rd grade action. About 20 minutes into the tour, we heard a rumbling. Don't worry, folks, said our tour guide. That's perfectly normal. Nope, I'd be worrying. Then it got louder. The guide looked concerned. It's when you're in a plane and there's a whole bunch of turbulence, and the first thing everyone does, they look at the flight attendants to see the flight attendant's facial expression. And if I look at a flight attendant and they're chilling, vibing, reading a magazine or their phone, I don't know, whatever flight attendants do, I'm like, oh, we chilling. But if I see a flight attendant looking stressed, I'm like, ooh, okay, something's actually not good here. The guide looked concerned. All right, folks, we're going to cut this short for today. I want everyone to proceed in a calm and orderly fashion back toward the entrance. Then the shaking escalated and the cave ceiling started to collapse. See, this is why I don't want to do any type of like cave exploration. None at all. Count me out. Getting buried alive? That would be worse than drowning. That'd be worse than being caught on fire. No. And the cave ceiling started to collapse. People started screaming and trampling each other in their rush to escape. By the time I could see again, the room was almost empty. The only people still there were my father and brothers, me and one of the other attendees. How did your entire family manage to get left behind? Everyone got out except for you, your family, and one other freaking person with their survival instincts of a panda bear. Oh my God. Okay, at first I was like, this entire family is made up of like an asshole dad, a whole bunch of asshole sons, really immature, probably not too great at anything. I think the entire family is just one of those families that just never would have made it through if like, we still had natural selection. The only people still there were my father and brothers, me and one of the other attendees. Her broken body lay on the ground, crushed by a fallen rock. So, mind you, the only people that are still in there are her and her family, and then one person who's completely immobile, unable to move, paralyzed, basically. Good job, guys. What do we do now? Asked Charlie. We stay calm and find a way out, Dad replied. Don't worry, Janie, we'll protect you. I intended to protect myself. I don't think anyone in your family can protect themselves. Like, y'all are all chalk. What are you talking about? I pulled out my canteen and took a sip. Why does she have water? Demanded Danny. I wanted to say because unlike you, I planned ahead. But there was no point. Instead, I started looking around. After a minute, I found it, a small ray of light. Crazy that their entire lives are at stake and she's still thinking how to take jabs at her siblings. There, I yelled, pointing. Nothing. Dad, there! Let the adults talk, Janie. Okay. Okay, Dad. Good one. This dad definitely did not have a father that loved him. Ignoring Nick, I stared at my father until he looked over and saw what I had. A small opening in the cave wall. That's it, he said, as if he'd found it himself. We just have to get through there and we'll be free. I bet she's the only one that can fit through because she's a girl. And it's gonna be like, woo, advantages of being a woman. See you later, guys, and I'm intentionally leaving you because you're all assholes. Oh, what a family. We just have to get through there and we'll be free. But how do we get up to it? Asked Charlie. It's at least 12 feet high. How about these? I asked, pulling out the ropes I brought in my pack. We threw them up and secured a line to the opening. Dad went first. See, I'm the type of person that underprepares for literally everything. I'll go on a 20-mile hike with nothing but one bottle of water that I'll probably throw away before I even hit the trail because it doesn't fit in my one singular pocket. I go on vacations to the beach with nothing but a backpack. Yeah, I'm that person, and then I'm always so freaking thankful for the person that over-prepared, that brought everything. And I'm super thankful for them after I've been making fun of them for the past, for the first half of the trip. But eventually, every single time, I am thankful for them. And that's this girl. Dad went up first. I can't fit. It's too small. Told you. I'll go, volunteered Nick. But he wouldn't fit either. What do we do? Asked Danny. I can do it, I said. That's sweet, my father said, patting me on the head. But it's dangerous. Okay, look, this is no shade to people with Down syndrome at all, but I feel as though, just context is important. I feel like it would have been important to disclose that your father had Down syndrome at the beginning of the story. That's just my thought on the matter. But it's dangerous. Well, it's the only way out, and I'm the only one who will fit. Do you have a better idea? Dad, they didn't. I want to know what the girl that has her entire body crushed under a rock is doing right now. Is she chiming into this conversation or is she unconscious? For her sake, I do hope she's unconscious because damn, that sounds painful and terrifying. I climbed up. Okay, Janny, stay small and keep moving. Is this Janny or Janie? I don't know. I think I only know one Janny in my real life, but then I know 3 Janies, so we'll go with Janie from now on. Sorry, guys. I climbed up. Okay, Janie, stay small and keep moving. When you make it out, find the searchers and tell them to send help for us. Got it, I said, and began crawling. I swear I will downvote this entire story if she makes it out and then doesn't send any help back for her father and brothers. That would be so freaking petty. It was rough. I'd started to wonder whether this was a bad idea when I approached what looked like an opening, but before I could call out, I heard voices echoing through the cave. Can you believe she actually thought she could help? Now, boys, She can't help her gender. Let her spin her wheels while we figure this out. Then we'll send someone for her. She's probably gotten herself stuck. Would it really be that big of a loss? Laughter. They laughed. Okay, y'all, look, I don't want to break the fourth wall right now, but I don't think any family would ever actually behave this way. Like, this is not realistic even for the dumbest of men. Like, I swear, I know some brutes, and even those brutes treated their sisters with amazing reverence almost, and they were incredibly protective and nurturing to their little sisters. I mean, like, this is crazy. This was written by, like, some crazy freaking born in LA, became a writer in Hollywood by the age of, like, 16 and knows nothing else other than that type of person. This is a wild story just trying to, like, make men look terrible for bashing on women, where this would never, ever, 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 ever be the case. And I want to make that clear, guys. In my experience, it is a real freaking blessing when girls grow up with brothers, because brothers will do anything for their sisters. I just want to make that clear. Laughter. They laughed. I felt something burn in my chest, then I crawled forward until the light was upon me. I threw myself forward and landed on my back on the ground outside the cave. After getting my wind back, I ran around the front of the cave. Help! The rescuers ran over to me. Are you okay, miss? They asked, guiding me to an ambulance. Fine, I coughed. Fine. It's a good thing you made it out when you did. That cave is unstable. It's maybe 15 minutes from complete collapse. Oh no. Please send help, please send help, please send help back for your family. If you'd still been in there, you'd have been crushed. We were just about to mount a rescue. Is there anyone still in there? I thought about my family, about the way they treated me, their constant condescension, what they'd said as I worked to rescue them. No, just me. I'm pissed. Maybe I was being emotional, but then what did they expect? I'm just a girl. Yep, okay. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. This story highlights the absolute worst of men and of women. A very immature, unintelligent man will be condescending towards a woman because it's the only way they can feel good about themselves. Absolutely. And then also, on the exact same note, a very immature, unintelligent girl will let their emotions and their pettiness get the best of them. And it's like kind of playing into the stereotypes, right? A girl has no control over emotions, a guy has no control over whatever the hell this immature nonsense was. Oh man. And I must say, I've never met a sister this petty, and I've never met a brother that terrible. In my honest opinion, this was much less of a solid horror story and much more of a story to just make sure that you socialize your children so they don't actually grow up thinking that this is what men and women, girls and boys are actually like towards each other, because it's not. I hope that poor girl is finally free once everything in there falls down on their dumb ass heads. I can promise that nobody will miss a couple of condescending misogynistic pricks, and she's saving the other women that will have to deal with them once they grow up. Let's be honest though, people like that never actually grow up. They only get older and more obnoxious, so she's done the whole world a huge favor. Yep. Okay, see, this is a prime example of someone that wasn't socialized as a child. They know about 4 people in their real life, and their entire outlook on men and boys is from the 3 people that they've met in their entire life and everything that they've seen in movies. And the choice of movies and TV shows that they watch are, let's put it this way, they've really given in to the Hollywood narrative. Guys, people are better than this. Don't let stories like this convince you otherwise. All right, on to the next story. Something weird just happened at my apartment. Dun. Hey everybody, this is my first post on Reddit. I just wanted some input on the situation because I'm kind of scared and don't exactly know what to do. I also want to see if anyone knows what this could be. This happened about 15 minutes ago at 9:30 p.m. My fiance and I were watching a movie while sitting on the couch when all of a sudden, someone tried to open our door. It sounded like they tried to put keys in, but it didn't work, and then they knocked about 4 to 5 times. My fiance and I were a bit taken aback and scared, obviously, at this, as this hasn't happened to us and it is late. Yeah, so look, I've got to be honest with you. Yesterday I was at my buddy's apartment. It was a little high, and I went down to pick up all of our food. We ordered DoorDash, and I was going down there to pick it up. And when I came back up, I forgot which room was theirs because they had just moved to a new place. It was my first time visiting them there. I didn't have my phone on me or anything, and I went to the wrong floor, and I tried opening 4 rooms, just pulling 4 doors to see which one was unlocked. All of them were locked, but I just like yanked and tried to open 4 different doors. And of course, one of the people walked out, and they were just like wildly confused as to why I was trying to open their door. So like, look, I get it. I've been there. Just on the other side of the situation. I was the person on the other side of the door trying to open it when I shouldn't have been. I looked through the peephole and saw some bags outside and didn't see anyone. So I decided to check the window that looks out to our door and apartment stairs. When looking through the window, we saw a woman sitting on the stairs on her phone talking to someone. She had a lot of bags, duffel, like almost like she was coming home from a vacation or staying the night somewhere. I was nervous but worried she might need help, so after about 5 minutes, I decide to go onto my apartment porch, which is separate from the front door but overlooks the stairs. My word of advice for you is I would never like just talk to random strangers that are around your house late at night. Yeah, just never really the smart move, especially if they have bags with them. I mean, you never know what they're carrying. It could be a body. I see her and ask her if everything's okay. She's on the phone talking to some woman, and she looks at me and puts her finger up almost like the I'm on the phone and give me a second to look, which I guess I could understand because, well, she was. When she got off the phone, I asked her again if she was okay or needed anything. She said that her friend lives here and she needs to see her. What you need to see is that sidewalk because I don't want you hanging out around my door at 9:30 p.m. Peace. I told her unfortunately she has the wrong apartment. She keeps pushing, saying that her friend lives here. Then she says that she was here yesterday with her friend at this apartment. I was here all yesterday and no one showed up or was here at all. Again, I say unfortunately you have the wrong apartment. Then she says what I assumed was her friend's name and says she is a tall, dark-skinned woman. I have never met anyone by the name she gave me or that description either. Was this person on drugs, maybe? Drunk? Or did they seem sober? Because if they're drunk or like on drugs, then like, okay, you understand who you're dealing with, but a sober person saying this stuff, honestly, I think that would freak me out even more at this point. My fiance and I just moved here about a month ago and haven't met anyone, not even our neighbors. So again, for the last time, I tell her that she has the wrong apartment, and the only ones that live here are my fiance and I. She then proceeded to tell me that she doesn't have her phone and has no way of contacting her friend, and asked me if she could use my phone so she could log into her Instagram from my phone. Oh, hell nah. Hell to the nah. Wasn't she just on her phone? She was literally just on her phone giving you the shush, I'm talking to someone. Look, okay, you have 2 options at this point. 3 options, actually. Number 1, you tell her to leave your place, and you go and you get your weapon, and then you make sure that she leaves your place. Number 2, you call the cops. Number 3, you call the cops, and then you pick up your weapon and tell her that she has to leave this place. I recommend option 3. Play it super safe. But either way, now you know she's lying to you. Yep. It's time to make some moves. And asked me if she could use my phone so she could log into her Instagram from my phone. I lied and said, I don't have Instagram, but I said, is there anyone you need me to call for you? And she looked at me and got up and started walking away. While she was walking away, she was saying how she has nowhere to stay and doesn't know where to go. Look, bro, that's not your problem anymore. This person just lied to you. Not your problem. They can go sleep in a ditch somewhere at this point. You lie and you're a stranger. Why the hell am I going to trust you now? I'm not. Peace. I ended up going back into my apartment because I was majorly uncomfy. However, I was looking out the window and she was back on the phone and walking back and forth around my apartment and staring at it. And then she walked off. Grab that weapon I was talking about, Lil Cuz. Come on now. While this was happening, my fiance noticed a strange car that he's never seen before that had their lights off. Wait, this is the girl telling the story. So the girl went outside to talk to this person. Yeah, nah, we shouldn't be doing that. And also, not only that, you also confirmed that you were in fact home. You confirmed how many people were there. I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you. You never want to do any of that stuff. Never want to do any of that stuff. You never want to confirm anything to any strangers about your living situation at all. While this was happening, my fiance noticed a strange car that he's never seen before that had their lights off. We decided to turn our lights off, and once we did, so did the strange car. We then saw a man get out of the car and stand there for a bit and then get back in, and he now, as I'm writing, still hasn't gotten out. You mean to tell me that you... Look, I don't know why you go straight to Reddit for this. I would have if I'm being honest with you, I think what my move would be, I would find the biggest gun that I own and my machete, and I would just go stand outside on my balcony for everyone to see with my gun and my machete in my underwear. Make them think you're freaking crazy. That's your only hope. That's what you got to do, because you can't really call the cops at this point. Like, no one's done anything. So yeah, grab your biggest gun, your machete, and go stand on that balcony in your underwear. The man, not the woman this time. The man goes out there. I'm just very freaked out and want to know if anyone has any advice or knows what could be happening. Thank you, Reddit. I mean, honestly, no, this could be 1,000 different things, or it could be literally nothing. Edit. Just to add, because I feel like this might be important, our apartment is at the back of the complex and the very back of the apartment building. It's pretty hard to find, so it's weird getting someone at this time of night to come all the way back here in general. Ooh, you're being targeted. So nobody else is back there. Nobody else can see you. And you just confirm that it's just the two of you. Update. Hey everyone. So I did end up calling the non-emergency line, and a few police officers showed up. They were super kind, and when I was telling them what was happening, they were very concerned. The person in the car ended up leaving, and just a little something extra, our neighbors came out and said they had some Ring camera footage. Turns out the woman had nothing in her bag, so that was definitely scary. They said if anything else happens, to call immediately. I'm definitely getting a Ring camera now. Thank you for all the advice and input. It helped me out a lot. If anything else happens, I will update again. Thanks, Reddit. Oh, if there were nothing in the bags, then that was probably bad news bears. They were probably plotting something up to something. That's not good. Also, how nice of an area do you live for the cops to show up for that type of call? Just saying, hey, there was some random person jiggling my door handle, and then they walked away when I confronted them, and there's a car that's parked outside with the lights off. I mean, they must have really nothing better to do in that area of town, so that's good, I guess. Wow. But hey, if I'm being honest with you, showing up with empty bags, the very back of the building, I don't think I'm jumping to just the worst possible conclusions ever, but I genuinely do believe that they might have been up to something nefarious. Why else would you be showing up there with empty bags, asking to use someone's phone while you obviously and clearly have yours? Yeah. Up to no good. Asking to log into her Instagram with your phone is a way to hack accounts. You did the right thing. This has the hallmarks of a scam all over it. She lied about being at your apartment with her friend the day before. There was a car waiting for her. She had her own phone. I think they possibly knew you are both new to that apartment block and were trying to get some scam on. Get a door camera when you can. Well, that still doesn't really explain all the bags. Just trying to hack into your phone or your account on your phone or something like that. Anyways, I still think my plan of just going outside half naked with a gun and a machete would have done just fine, but to each their own. On to the next story. I know she's your girlfriend, but why are we bringing a psychic? She's an empath. Oh, yes, of course. How stupid of me not to see the difference. I'm pretty sure they both kind of do the same thing, right? One can sense feelings in him. I don't know the difference actually either. How stupid of me not to see the difference. The blue hair and the booger ring should have been a clue. Fully indulging into stereotypes. Love it. The channel needs something new. We are too serious. She's going to add some personality. Is that what we're calling it? Kyle won't shut up about Kim. I don't even care. I'm too excited about exploring this house. No registered address, no history, no online chatter or myths. Just a cryptic email from a viewer with directions and pictures. Kim is about a mile behind us outside of Millsville. This is going to be our 100th video on abandoned houses. Oh, hell nah. What? Y'all literally just go and explore abandoned houses, and someone sent you a cryptic email giving you the location of an abandoned. Why would someone? Okay. Maybe it's just like a big fan, but there's also always the chance of someone trying to lure you to an area where there is nobody else, because that location is in fact what you called it, abandoned. Survival instincts of a damn panda bear, I swear it. After a few miles on a dirt road through the forest, the house breaks into view. A rundown 2-story colonial surrounded by a massive grove of poplars. The leaves are a brilliant gold. The contrast between them and the gaunt gray ghost is striking. We step out into the crisp autumn air. I had to get a taste of that crisp autumn air to really feel the scene, to really feel the setting. Now, let's go get ourselves killed. You want to start filming now? Nah, let's do a walkthrough. I want to get inspired before the camera rolls. Something's gonna be rolling, but it's not gonna be the camera. Get it? Heads will be rolling, because like they might get their heads cut. Ding! Bad joke, I know, but I'm trying. Other than the paint, the house is in surprisingly good shape. Kyle even says it's weird that none of the windows are broken. I agree. None of the boards on the wrap around porch even sag. I don't see a single spot of rot. Oh my god, I bet this isn't even an abandoned house. It's a house that these people live at and they were just trying to lure you inside. Ugh, survival instincts of a panda bear. The back of the house is strange. A wide swath of barren ground. The width of the house extends outward for at least 100 yards behind it. There's a slight rise to it, as if it's a massive row that had been plowed ages ago. Not even a single weed is growing along the length of it. The fallen leaves of the poplars gather along its edges. Please don't walk towards it. Just stay away from that area. I'm telling you right now, my spidey senses are tingling. We walk down it and towards the end. Of course you do. There's a deep hole in the ground. The air coming inside is hot. Kyle takes a whiff. That smells like ass, dude. I bet it's bodies, something decomposing. It's what it always is. As we unpack the equipment, Kyle is doing his best to be nice to Kim, just as he always does. But it's particularly annoying today, more forced than usual. No, I don't want to go in. Kim's insistent. She won't pass the threshold. Kyle is grinding his teeth, ready to say something snide. Kim, what is the big deal? There's something not right here, Jake. I don't know. Something is off. I feel like there's something in there that's just very happy that we're here. Yeah, the people that sent you the address, telling you to come check out a not so abandoned house. I say this in every video. If your gut is telling you something, listen to your gut, because it's most likely just trying to save your life. And if it smells bad, why would you want to go in there anyways? Like, nothing good ever comes from something smelling bad. What is it? Decomposing bodies? Decomposing possums? Either way, why would you want to see that? Or it's just like some gross ass mold that you don't want to inhale anyways. Either way, peace. I'm not going anywhere near that. I feel like there's just something in there that's very happy that we're here. Isn't that a good thing? No. Kyle and I continued into the house, leaving Kim on the porch. No! Why do you separate? Why would you leave someone alone? Especially the one person that is saying, something is not right here. Never leave the one person with good intuition alone. Kyle and I continue into the house, leaving Kim on the porch. We start on the second floor. It's so bright outside, but the light doesn't filter through the windows like it should. It's a little dark, probably intentionally. The inside is just like the outside, peeling paint, but solid bones, not even a creak from the floorboard. There's an odd smell though, sour and metallic. I begin to say something to Kyle about it when Kim screams echo from downstairs. She's calling for me. Guys, seriously, if something ever smells bad in an area where nothing should be smelling bad, it's usually a terrible freaking sign, and it's a sign to get the hell out of there. It's like survival 101. If you smell something terrible, get. Because either you're about to stumble across something dead, or you are going to be the thing that is dead. Dun, dun, dun. She's calling for me. We run back to the foyer. Kim is pounding on the front door, trying to open it. She said she heard us calling for her, telling her we were hurt and needed help. As soon as she crossed the threshold, the door closed. Oh, is this place haunted? And there's like someone that's alive that has access to email trying to feed the ghost your souls or something? A friend of the ghost? Someone that is owned by the dead? Ooh, I have a lot of questions that need answering. As soon as we cross the threshold, the door closed. She says that she feels something inside this house, is very excited that we're here. We've been trying to get out for the last 4 hours. No windows will open or break. No doors will open. Our phones have no reception. It's terribly hot in here, and the sour smell is growing. Death. Does death smell sour? I actually don't know what smells sour. I couldn't even tell you what sour smells like. Like Sour Patch Kids? Like warheads? Like a bag of warheads? Oh, yeah, that's gotta be what sour smells like. The smell has gotten so bad on the second floor that we can't even go up there without feeling like we're going to pass out. There's only one interior door that's locked. It has to be the basement. Kim doesn't like that odor. She's been staring at it for the last half hour. Yeah, Kim's the only one in this entire situation that has a brain. Wait, where are your friends that are coming? Aren't more people coming? You have people coming to rescue you, basically. You just gotta hold out for a little bit. You got this. You got this. It's almost nightfall outside. Never mind, you don't got this. But it may as well be the middle of the night in this house. We can see outside. The wind is blowing through the trees. It's so hot in here. The air is thick with humidity like I've never felt it before. I think we're dehydrated. All three of us are confused, foggy brained. The only light we have is from our phones. So dark. The smell is too much. My head is swimmy. Wait, is someone putting something into this, some type of like toxic fumes into this house? Oh no. Oh, that's not gonna be fun. The door to the basement opened by itself. There's a light somewhere down there. No, no, no. Look, if there's a door that's locked in this creepy ass abandoned house that is not so abandoned, and then all of a sudden that door opens just magically by itself. Ah! And on top of all that, there's a creepy shining light in there. You know what you do? You do the opposite of what you're about to do. You walk away from it. As a matter of fact, you actually close that door. As a matter of fact, you lock that door. You move furniture and stuff in front of that door. You don't want that door opening again. No. And then you go on your business trying to like open up random windows and stuff in the house again. Just break a window. Come on. You can do it. There's a light somewhere down there. Kyle wants to go see what it is. Kyle's an idiot. Yeah. I have a lot of Kyles in my life. They're all idiots. If we were in a horror movie together, they would all die because they're dumb. Kyle is dumb. Kyle is about to die. Watch, I'm putting all my money on it. But boom, Kyle dies by the end of this. Mark my words. Kyle wants to go see what it is, but Kim doesn't want us to go near it. She's delirious from the wet heat. No, since the very beginning, Kim has been the only one with survival instincts above that of a panda bear. Yeah, listen to Kim, no, regardless of how delirious she is. Listen to Kim if you want to survive. Actually, you know what though? Go ahead and just send Kyle down there. Screw it at this point. He's a sunk cost. Don't go. It's better to stay up here. No pain. She passes out. No. I honestly should have gone to acting school for that performance. Can't breathe anymore. The smell is suffocating. Kyle can't stop retching. Y'all are definitely getting poisoned by something that's gonna knock you unconscious or something, and then you're gonna end up in that little underground little thing that already smelled bad. Oh my god, this is not good. Maybe there's a way out down there, dude. We gotta try. I know Kim doesn't want to go down there, but maybe Kyle's right. Kyle's not right. Kyle's never right. listen to Kyle. We both take a shoulder and start staggering towards the open door with Kim in between us. Oh my God, how pissed would you be if you were Kim? Kim said, I don't want to go down there. And that's bad. That's not where we should go. And then she like passes out and she wakes up with you guys dragging her towards there. Oh, y'all are terrible friends. She wakes up and suddenly has a burst of energy. She fights like hell. She's refusing to go. Then let her stay, dude. I look back at Kim. If I find a way out, I'll come back. Please, don't go. If I were y'all, I would slap Kim a little bit to wake her up just a little bit so you can like have a full conversation with her and be like, yo, you gotta give me some information here. Like, why shouldn't we go? Oh, I just remember that Kim's the empath, right? Kim's the psychic. Kim's the blue-haired girl with the nose ring. She can sense everything that's happening. She's feeling everything. That's why she's passing out. She's overwhelmed by the feelings, the dark, terrible, evil spirits. Please, don't go. Kyle walks down first. I've had it with Kyle, if I'm being honest with you. I kind of want Kyle to like get the, you know, the stairs feel weird, soft and warm. The walls are pink, wet. Yeah, if the walls are ever wet in an area that you're walking through, yeah, look, that's another time to get the hell out. Come on, dude. Kyle runs down the stairs. He doesn't notice the door close behind me. It doesn't look like a door anymore. Pink, wet. There's yellow, standing water in the basement, and the only thing in it is a small orb of light that rises up out of the water on a fleshy stalk. A fleshy stalk? I don't even know what a fleshy stalk is. I don't even know like really what to like envision in my head when I'm thinking through the story. What is a fleshy stalk and why does it sound sexual? There's yellow standing water in the basement, and the only thing in it is a orb, a small orb of light that rises up out of the water on a fleshy stalk. It's not a basement. Look at that, dude. He sounds like he's in a trance. Kyle, don't. He jumps down in the waist-high muck and screams. I can smell my friend melting. I am helpless as he's dissolved. I don't want to be this guy, but Kyle had it coming. Kyle had it coming. And to be honest with you, if Kyle didn't die in the store, I was gonna kill Kyle myself. So it's better for everyone that he melted in the waist-high yellow acid that's in this basement with a orb that's attached to a fleshy stalk. It's better for all of us this way. I can smell my friend melting. I am helpless as he's dissolved. No. Digested. The water starts to rise. Oh, so this is like the house. This is like, oh, what's that animated movie called? Monster House. If you haven't already seen this movie, you should watch it. Monster House. It's an animated movie. It came out a long time ago, but it's actually an amazing horror movie for kids. Well worth the watch. But wow, why did this story just remind me so much of that? Oh, probably because it's a house that's alive. Who emailed you? That's what I saw. Who sent you that email? Or did the house email you? Does the house have Wi-Fi? Hear me out here. A monster house that has Wi-Fi is actually arguably the scariest thing I've ever heard in my life. I mean, talk about an apex freaking predator. Oh yeah, look at this. The OP commented said inspired by the Sarlacc from Return of the Jedi, and of course the underappreciated classic Monster House. Okay, that's freaking sick. They literally gave a shout out to the exact same movie that I was thinking about. For real though, as they said here, the underappreciated classic Monster House, it really is an underappreciated classic, and you should watch it if you haven't already. Well worth the watch. And if you have kids, watch with them too. It's a great kids horror movie. It really is. Reminds me of Monster House. Yeah, everyone's on the same page as me. Overall, I enjoyed that story though. And it reminded me that I should rewatch Monster House because it's a great flick. Watch it if you haven't yet. And that'll do it for episode 2 of Lou Holly After Dark. Thank you for hanging out. Have a great day or night, whatever it is for you. Peace.